Hey, everybody, and welcome to the return again of the Brutal. Rick and Jason here today. You guys want
Hello.
to?
Hello, hey everybody, this is Rick, Xbox editor for Brutal Gamer. Happy to be here. You can find me on Twitter at DocBrown303.
And this is Jason, editor-in-chief at Brutal Gamer, and you can find me at Jason_TAS.
Awesome. Well, we have a decent show this week, considering we have missed the past 2 weeks due to scheduling and other problems. So let's get into this.
Yeah, this thing's not the easiest. Okay, go ahead.
I just watched the Mass Effect Andromeda trailer to refresh my memory from when it dropped, and I don't know. What do you think, Rick? I know you're a bigger fan of this than I am. So
I love it. I'm super pumped for it. I can't wait for it. So I'm counting down the days. I thought it was really cool. I think the whole direction they're taking it is really good idea as well. So it gets away. They have the freedom to do whatever they want now in a whole new universe, which I think is a really great idea. So
that is a cool idea.
Say galaxy. They should say galaxy, not universe. So,
right.
But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see kind of how it all plays out, because I know there's a lot of backstory that happened in Mass Effect 3, and I'm sure it'll carry over some way or another. But it'll be interesting to see how they do it, because I don't know. I mean, there's probably like 10 famous alien species in Mass Effect, and you're going to introduce like a whole new galaxy essentially. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be crazy, I think, but I'm pretty stoked for it.
Are there that many of the original races from the first trilogy? Are they? Because so far, I don't know if you know anything, but I've seen like one or two other than humans.
Yeah. So I think the Gorgons are there. The Erich race is there. I don't know if they're going to have like the robots or the whatever Tally was.
Right.
I don't know how they're gonna because the end of 3. Spoiler alert! At the end of 3, you get to choose both of their each species is going to continue on, so you can either wipe out one or the other. So I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the game.
God, genocide.
Well,
it was big time genocide.
Wow. I never played Mass Effect 3. Played the second one, honestly. Yeah,
I know the second one soured me too. I was just like, oh man, I don't know. I really liked the first one. I thought the first one was really great.
Yeah,
I thought it was a great new take on console, like space exploration, at least for consoles. There hadn't been anything like that before, I think.
Yeah.
So it was really good. And then I feel like they kind of got neutered in Mass Effect 2 when it was just like, here's a planet, you need to scan this. And it was like,
yeah, I only played a few hours into it.
Yeah.
Completely lost interest. But the first one I played, I think I played through the whole thing because I liked it a lot. Second one, and the third one, bother with. So
yeah, so I played the heck out of both. I liked the story structure in the second one because it was like more about building up this badass group of people that were going to go take on like a group of people. So imagine it was kind of like what's that movie? Gosh darn it, the one with the Expendables. That's exactly what I was thinking. So it's kind of cool in that sense, and then you get to go back and you go through each character that's in the game, and you go and you do all these side missions. You learn more about them, and you do some stuff, and it's pretty cool. And then the third one, obviously, is the curtain fall for Commander Shepard. And I don't know, it was there was some weird parts in the game, and the whole online aspect where you had to participate in order to get the best ending, and just the ending in general was kind of odd. So I don't know.
Well, the ending required a read, didn't it? I mean, didn't they release like a whole different ending?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't go back and play. I played it the first time, and I was just kind of like,
you were fine with it?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. Like, I don't know.
Well,
it was kind of like Gears of War 3, where they painted themselves into a corner, and you kind of like, why you guys? Like, it was like a send-off game, so it was kind of like hard to understand that because obviously they still wanted to make more in the franchise.
Yeah, well, clearly. Well, as somebody who didn't like the second one and never played the third one, I will say Andromeda looks really good. And so far, I'm sold on it. But of course, we'll see a lot more before it releases. But so far, it looks fantastic.
So here's where I'm coming from. I really like the idea of Mass Effect and just the idea of Mass Effect, but I never could get more than a few hours into the first game.
How come?
I don't know. I have the trilogy on PS3, and I've tried a couple times. Even if just last week I restarted and tried it, but I just get bogged down, and the frame rate's really not good. If you go back and play it, it does not perform well.
Are you saying they need to have remasters?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. If they did remaster them, I would probably buy the trilogy again. And then never play it. I would probably just buy it and then never play it.
You just got somebody thinking somewhere.
I mean,
what if when Scorpio and the Pro's out now, but what if they remastered the remastered edition?
Oh my god. Mass Effect.
Oh man.
Super rated edition.
It's like a Capcom title.
Yeah, exactly.
Super Remastered Edition EX.
I mean, my favorite title of all time is Street Fighter Alpha EX plus something. It was like a plus Alpha. It was on the PS4.
That was on the PlayStation, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think PS1.
Yeah, I love that game. That was the one where you could play as Ken and Ryu and take on Bison.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yes.
You remember that?
Absolutely. Not Ren and Stimpy though.
Not Ren and Stimpy.
No. Ren and Stimpy also had a really good game on the Sega Genesis.
That's right. That's a good point.
Good game.
Excellent point.
But let's get back to Mass Effect. Would you guys try to persuade me should I force through it and make my way through the first game? Because I think it's just the first hour or two that really, I'm not even put off. I just get distracted and don't come back to it.
I mean, for me, again, I liked the first one, but they lost me on the second one. But I would say just like if it doesn't grab you, it doesn't grab you. I know there are some elements that do tend to drag, but I mean, there's lots of games like that for me that are relatively big name games. A lot of people like them, and just for whatever reason, it doesn't click with me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could talk to you all day about how much I like Erich. So
there you go.
I give you like a fair assessment. I mean, it's a good RPG, and it can be a little slow at time, but what RPGs aren't.
Yep.
So the PS4, is anybody planning on picking that up?
No.
This came out this week. Yeah.
You know what? I like it. I like it a lot. It looks really cool, but I don't think it's enough of an upgrade over the PS4 to get me to buy another one.
Yeah. So I don't really follow the PS4 very fair. How much of an upgrade is it really? I was trying to take a look at some specs and stuff, but it was like reading a Japanese manual.
Yes. It's like, I mean, it has the 4K, which I actually thought the regular PS4 had 4K output, but I guess not. But it has the 4K output, has the HDR, which I think the regular PS4 also has at this point. I mean, I'm sure it's going to run the game smooth, although I have heard that some games actually don't run smoother on it, but whatever.
That's funny.
I think I said once a couple of weeks ago that the Scorpio, from the sound of it, sounds like it's going to be like head and shoulders better than the Xbox One. That's like a reason for me to upgrade, but the PS4 Pro, probably not enough.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Here's my problem with it. And I think I must have talked about this on here before. I don't like the idea of upgrading consoles incrementally. It's just, I think it's a slippery slope, and then why not just play PC if you're going to be buying a new thing every 2 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point. I know that Phil Spencer said that they're not planning on having something. So you have to basically buy a new console every 2 years. But you're absolutely right. This is like, even if there's like one major hardware refresh or two major hardware refreshes during the lifespan of a console, that's probably too much because that's not console gaming.
I agree. I mean, you buy a console because everything's supposed to work on it.
Right.
And right now it does. And everything that's going to work on the Pro and the Scorpio will work on the base ones.
Yep.
But what about when they really, in 2 more years, say, they release the Xbox One Scorpio 2? Or whatever it's going to be.
I prefer to think it'll be called the Aquarius. Xbox Aquarius.
But
the
it's
Aquarius.
Well, my problem is it's to take advantage. Eventually, the older consoles are going to get left behind.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah.
Where's the line end? It's blurred, and they're trying to say, "Oh, we're not having incremental upgrades. This isn't PC gaming." But it is, in essence.
Yeah, I think we know where that leads, and that's not comfortable if you're a console gamer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I stand. I don't know. What do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I'm just not that much of a PlayStation gamer, so I don't think I'll be picking that up. But I'm a bit of an Xbox fanboy. I'll probably be picking up the Scorpio. I don't think I'll be picking up the S unless I absolutely need to. So maybe I'll skip that one. I'll go ahead and just get the Scorpio when it comes out.
Which I totally agree with that too. The S was interesting to me, but again, like the PS4 Pro, it's not enough of an upgrade. But the Scorpio seems like a completely different animal. So
yeah. Like if I didn't have an Xbox, I'd be all over the S. Like I love it. I think it's great looking. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
They did the re-up, the whatever they did to it looks great. So, but again, I have working Xbox. There's no need for
it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anybody playing Watch Dogs 2?
Sadly, no. But I really want to.
Gang community?
No, but man, is that odd. It's so strange.
Have you guys seen the videos?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't.
Gosh. Oh my gosh,
Eric,
it's so weird.
It's funny though.
Yeah, it really is.
I heard that they're only removing the lady bit.
Yes, which is it's even more bizarre. I mean, it's just so odd.
I mean,
is it like a Japanese anime or what now?
Jeez.
Oh my god, that is bizarre. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I don't know. It was.
I don't really have much else to say about that.
I guess there's a lot of weird Easter eggs in this game. Did you guys hear about the Assassin's Creed Easter egg?
No.
So there's this mission where you have to go hack a Ubisoft employee's laptop, and then you go, and then it mentions every leaked Assassin's Creed leaked trailer that comes out, and one of the emails is like, we don't want another. What was the one? Not Syndicate, but the one in France, Unity.
Unity.
Whatever the code word was for that. But then there's a third one that hasn't. It was kind of teased in the last leak, the Osiris trailer.
Yes.
So maybe there's a little bit more speculation to that. And then there's a actual game where it's kind of got this. There's a whole bunch of space stations, and you're kind of like flying through them, and then it's got this kind of Firefly-ish Western twang song playing. It's a real trailer, but it doesn't tell you what the name of the game is, and then that's like the mission.
Wow, that's weird. Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's just a lot of weird little Easter eggs in this game. And I guess the people who are working on Osiris may not have knew about this, so there's actually speculation that they're kind of pissed off about it, but I don't know if that's true. I've just read that.
Wow. Yeah, imagine waking up one morning and finding out that your game was teased before you're ready to show it.
And you're okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
Wow, that's insanity. God.
Yeah.
But
I don't
Ubisoft,
know. I really like the first one. I didn't see, besides, I saw the major flaws in it.
I liked it too.
But I'm pretty stoked. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for the second one. So.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be like a January game for me because it's a big, It's a huge world and stuff like that. But I do want to play it because it looks really cool. Although apparently by the time you and I both play it, there will be no.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But speaking of Ubisoft, right now there is an open beta for Steep, which is the open world extreme snow sports game.
Okay.
At E3, and I tried to download it, and so I could get some impressions for this podcast, but it was taking too long to download. I didn't have time.
I'm not familiar with that one. Looks good.
I looked.
I saw some video of it. It looks cool, but then on Twitter, it kind of got a little bit of a backlash. I saw, so I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know there's a snowboarding game called, I think it's just called Snow or something like that. It's been in the works for it feels like 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. I thought looked good. I forget who's producing, but it looked good then. So I don't know. Maybe snowboarding games making a comeback.
This might be that game though.
Oh, maybe it's the same thing then. Okay. Right.
Yeah, because I know this game's been in development for a long time, and so.
Okay.
But I think there might be another game that's coming out as well. So I don't know.
Well, I'll try it.
Yeah, everybody.
Exactly. Just pause this and go download.
Is anyone excited?
The beta will probably be over by the time we post this.
Yes, probably. Speaking of downloads, Super Mario Run on iOS.
Looks good.
Yeah. I'm into it. That's it. All right, goodbye.
End of review.
I'm a huge Super Mario fan, so I'll get it. But I don't know if it's just like I guess it's not an endless runner, but it kind of feels like that because it's just the one-touch controls. So that's for that. But I'll like I said, I'm a hypocrite. I'll get it anyway. But
yeah.
I
feel like it's just going to be like 100 different levels, and then it's going to be speed runs, and that's the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Anybody impressed by it?
What was that?
Really?
Anybody impressed by it? Like, is anybody like, wow, it looks great?
Either
of you guys?
It looks all right.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm gonna get it probably when it comes to Android, but I'm not expecting too much out of it. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's fun bucks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I don't know. I read your article, Jason, and I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's $10 is like a lot for a download for a mobile.
It's like I hate to crap on mobile gaming and say like $10 is too much, but
yeah.
I don't know. It strikes me as an endless runner, even if it's kind of not because it has level structure. But
I think
I don't know.
I think we'll have to wait and see what the level design looks like and the whole package and judge it for what it is when it comes out.
Yeah.
I guess in my head, when I hear $10, I think maybe they should attach a little bit more like content, not so much like a story, but like it's what could really be a Super Mario story that takes more than an hour or two to write. So I don't know.
It's the princess gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
No, I have a problem with the stigma against games. And it's because people want free and very, very cheap mobile games.
Yeah.
That oftentimes leads to, like butchered experiences in games that aren't really what they could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that.
I think, and then you get ads placed in the games as well.
Right.
So we'll see.
See, that's why
high hopes for this.
Go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say I just have high hopes for this and the rest of Nintendo's mobile offerings. I think they've got a chance to maybe turn the whole landscape around on mobile games, and if Nintendo starts charging more money, then maybe other indie developers can start charging more money for experiences that are worth it.
See, that's why I say I don't want to crap all over mobile gaming in general and say it's $10 is too much to pay for a mobile game, because I don't think it is. If you have a fully fledged game, then that's nowhere near too much to pay for it. But
Exactly.
just in the specific case of Mario Run, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it has that much content. I could easily be wrong, but
let's see.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
we gotta wait till December 15th. We got a little bit less than a month.
That's right. Now I just kind of thought of this too. Did anybody see that Game Boy attachment for mobile phones? I think it might be just OS, but I'm not sure if it might be both.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is pretty cool. I mean, you play original Game Boy games. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty slick.
So honestly, that should have been Nintendo coming out.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this Darth Maul thing.
Darth Maul?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Not the comic thing.
No, the guy though. Character.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got you a funny story real quick though, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
Or Jason, I gotta tell you a funny story.
Good.
Before I wrote this up before I looked at your story.
Yes.
So I thought it was really funny how you said he's becoming the new Boba Fett. And I was like, yes. So, all right, go ahead.
And Rick is referring to our show notes, by the way, for anybody who's listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, he knew Boba Fett, but he's got more screen time, a hell of a lot more screen time. Because he's been in Clone Wars and Rebels now. But yeah, I mean, he's getting a new miniseries from Marvel, and this takes place before the prequels. So he's I guess finishing his training with the Emperor, and I guess spoiler alert there. But
wait, what? No.
He's finishing his training with Darth Sidious, who is in fact the Emperor, and he's about to face Jedi for the first time. So that's the miniseries.
I'm right. Pick this up, maybe.
Yeah, it sounds
if I
good.
Remember
But Marvel's Star Wars stuff is really good in general, and it's been pretty good. So.
Issue of the Poe Dameron story.
Yep,
that
was Marvel. Yeah.
Never got the second one.
Nice. So. Well, clearly you loved it.
I just find it hard to keep up with buying comic books. I haven't bought a Walking Dead comic book in like 8 months. I'm really behind.
Wow. Yeah.
I really love The Walking Dead, so there you go. That's what that's
yeah.
We know. Oh, we know.
No, we do.
Yeah. No, but Marvel does, like you're saying, Jason. Marvel's done a great job with their comics. So
excellent.
I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, excellent job.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how this works out too. Have you ever watched Star Wars? Not Rebels, but the one Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Yep.
I've seen parts of it.
So you know his story about his brother. What's his face? Darth Maximus or whatever. Maximus or whatever his name is.
What?
Maximum Overdrive.
Darth Maximum Overdrive. That's a great name.
Well, anyway, it's an odd name, but it'll be interesting just to see how, because apparently for the Dorathian race or whatever they're called, they have to go through that training with the Darth sisters. Do you remember that episode?
I sort of do. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll just be interesting to see because there's a lot of folklore back there.
With the Savage Opress.
That's it. It's Savage Opress. Yeah.
I
wonder if he'll make an appearance in the prequel comics.
Yeah. I feel that if you name your child Savage Opress, he's probably going to be a supervillain of some kind.
Certainly.
Boy. But yeah, I'll definitely pick this up, and I did like the way Maul was presented in Clone Wars, and he's pretty good, even though he's kind of like old and somewhat older and bettering.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I kind of like him, but at the same time, I don't. I kind of liked that stoic, like, he says like 3 words in all of in the first movie. I kind of liked that about his character, and then obviously, spoiler alert, he goes a little crazy while being trapped in the track.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I felt like, I don't know. Obviously he changed into a different character.
Yeah.
So
you think he lost something though with that change?
Yeah, I think so.
His legs.
I liked how he seemed like a badass, and then after he got trapped, he just is always like, I got to get my robot legs. I gotta go find my brother. Blah blah blah. You know, he's just like, I don't know.
So you feel like he got very needy.
Yeah. He lost some of that dark side flair from
He's the needy Sith.
Yeah. There we go.
Guys.
Well, he needs a
really good
timeout.
segue. I don't want to lose it.
All right.
What?
Speaking of super villains, how about those scalpers? Brought up all the Nintendo.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that the Nintendo Classic is more expensive than crack.
Well, isn't crack cheap?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let me tell you the street price.
Rick, you know all about this stuff. What?
Oh yeah, I was just handling some of this last night. I have no idea what the street price of crack is, but the
Whatever.
NES classics are like out of control.
Yes, they certainly are. Even on Amazon, they're like $300.
Seriously, I don't know. I guess.
Did you see that? Walmart.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think is like the flair of these? Like, I mean, they come with 30 games. They're not even all the classics, and they're only $50, and everyone's just like crapping their pants about it.
Nostalgia. I mean, that's. I think so. I can't think of anything else. And then there's a whole sect of people that just think it's like super cute because it's a tiny Nintendo. So
it makes me feel giant.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think those two groups of people are mutually exclusive.
No, you're right.
I think they're people who want nostalgia and like it's
a tiny Nintendo. You know what I really want? Tiny Nintendo. I just, I feel like they really missed. I mean, obviously I'm wrong because the thing is a huge hit, but I feel like they really missed a chance here to do something cool with the NES Classic because they could have had very easily like a 3DS type cartridge slot.
Yeah.
And produced, game packs with maybe 10 games on them a piece, 5 games on them, sold them at retail.
I know exactly.
So I mean, I know what they're doing. In another year, there'll be a NES Classic 2, like the Atari flashbacks.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that could have been something really, really awesome, and they just missed the boat.
It could have been really cool too, because they could have done like the old NES packaging for the game.
Yes. Oh, that was great.
I probably would have bought those. I love those packaging.
Me too.
So, yeah, I probably would have bought the nostalgia there, but. And they're just sitting on all these back over in Japan too. They're like, let's give them a shortage.
Yeah, exactly. It's a duckbill laughing.
Everybody's saying that this is malicious with the shortages.
Oh, it is.
I don't. Maybe I'm being an apologist. I don't know.
Or go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just, 2 out of their last 3, or not 3DS, I guess, but the Wii was sold out incredibly. Yep. And then they did the same thing when the Wii U launched, but they flooded the market. And then they didn't
with Wii U's? Were there that many available? Okay.
Yeah, you could have gotten one anywhere.
Okay. I pretty much did. I mean, when I bought mine, I bought it, I think, like a couple of days after launch, or like maybe a week after launch.
I mean, I went that morning, and they just had boxes and boxes of them.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's totally malicious. I think they could have done more research and fixed it. But I also think that maybe they didn't want to get burned the way they did when they made the Wii U and launched it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's successful, and So
yeah, I have to. I mean, I see where you're coming from, Eric. I agree with Rick. It seems like such a typical thing that they would do to short the stock, and then everybody goes insane looking for it.
Well, I agree, but then why didn't they do that for the Wii U and the 3DS when they launched?
I don't know.
So that's all I mean. Is it's not.
Yeah.
It's not concrete characteristic of them
I totally understand what you're saying. I see where you're coming from. It just feels that way.
Oh,
I don't know why.
And I totally agree with you. The way that
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be an apologist.
Yeah. No, I mean that's fine. We want opposing viewpoints. That's good. But it I mean, the second I heard that it sold out in like 3 seconds, I was like, "Oh, come on! How many did they send?" You know. And then I spoke to the manager at my local GameStop. He said they got 12 of them, and that was like a high watermark for Metro New York. Because not that like the only place that got more was like Manhattan, who got like a ton of them. But other than that, not really.
So the question: are you going to grab one still?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I had no use for it when it was announced, and I wasn't excited at all. And now I actually have a use for it. So I'm like, maybe I want to get one. Now I can't. So that's that.
I think.
I mean, I might try to still get one.
Yeah, I think it is working on me.
Yeah, definitely. I might try to still just get one because my brother's really into retro gaming. So I might just try to get him that.
I mean, I still have my classic games out. I don't know about you, but I still have a shelf, and and I have a Retron 5, which I bought like a couple of years ago, and I use that once in a while. But I don't know, there's just something about it that seems cool, especially for where I want to put it, because it's not a place where I have any games. So I'm like, I could just, it's a den area, so it would just be like to plop down and you could play some classic games if you wanted to. You have to keep a library handy, Yeah.
And you know what's really neat? If you're traveling somewhere, you're going to be spending a night in a hotel or something somewhere. It's a lot easier to fit that in a suitcase than it is.
That's a really good point.
That just came to my mind.
That's good.
But
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Oh well, the plight of the NES Classic, and we'll see when we get one.
I can't see in a few years for the Wii Classic.
Oh man.
There'll be a time.
Now I hope they release compilations. I hope they release compilations on that one because I really want to play the shovelware
one. It's the shovelware pack.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
My Pony Express 2 and Circus Games Deluxe.
Oh, there were so many. By the way, it's I believe the 10-year anniversary of the Wii.
Oh. I think so.
Yeah.
I think I just saw that as well.
Yeah. I saw the commercial again. The we would like to play that one.
Ah, yes, with the polite Japanese men knocking on doors.
Yes, they were very nice. It's not like they just barged in.
No, of course not.
Does anyone have any? Does anyone have a quick favorite Wii game or anything like that? While we're on the topic.
Favorite Wii game?
Yeah. Anybody?
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. Okay.
From the Zelda series.
Yep, that's a classic.
That's the only Zelda game I've never beaten.
Really?
I mean, of the ones I've played, like I haven't played Majora's Mask, and then I can't even name more than was it Link's Awakening on the Nintendo, the original Game Boy? I can't name anything other than that. So, but I mean, all the major Zeldas I've played besides Majora's Mask, and I haven't finished that one. So.
No.
But yeah, that's probably my favorite one on the Wii.
Yeah, for me, it was all the Mario games because I'm such a fan. So
it
was good for that. Again, much like the Wii U, it's like I play the first party stuff on the Wii, and that was about it.
Yeah. I like the Mario Galaxy games.
Yeah, those are great.
They're good.
Those are fun.
Yeah, I mean, they know what they're doing. Knows what they're doing with their characters and their IPs. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No one, only Nintendo really does what they do. You know who else is only one of?
Well, there can be only one.
That was terrible. I tried so hard.
It was terrible. I saw where you were going, though, Eric, and it was great.
I didn't. I thought you were going to go into Pokemon. So.
Yeah, Highlander.
Yep.
The Highlander.
Are there any Highlander fans? on
I'm
the
a Highlander
broadcast?
fan. I mean, not like a
Okay.
huge Highlander, but I dig it.
Okay. Well, there'll be a prequel comic.
Yes, there will.
It's from IDW.
Is there not a prequel comic?
Nope, never.
Who
And
does
this, of
this
course,
follow? Is it Duncan McLeod again?
it follows Connor McLeod.
All right.
And it is set before the movies, but it goes back and forth in time quite a bit and showcases like the character over the centuries. We're supposed to get a couple of familiar elements in there and a lot of new stuff. So if you are a fan, it's probably worth picking up. That's from IDW.
That's cool. How many issues is it going to be? Do you know?
I think
A
it's
miniseries or is it ongoing?
No, I think it's a miniseries. Wait, hang on.
Oh.
Let me wrong thing here. Let's see. 100 issue maxi series. Might be on here also that it will introduce a character named Osta. Okay. So that's a new character, and you're going to see United States played to things, which is pretty cool.
Cool. I dig that.
So there can only be one, and it will be available sometime next February.
Hot damn.
Sorry.
Do we want to hop into some Pokemon yet, or do you want to talk about the Xbox?
No, let's talk about. Hey, you know what? Do you want to jump to new releases?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
I'm working on a review for Pokemon Moon, which I picked up on Thursday at midnight.
Cool.
Because I have nothing to do.
Nice.
Yeah. I have logged 12 hours so far since on this game. Yeah, it's really good. They changed the formula around in a way that it really needed. There are no more gyms.
Right.
Instead, you have environmental challenges, kind of. They're called trials. And they serve the same purpose as a gym. They kind of act as a gateway so you can proceed.
Okay.
But they feel organic. It's just really nice. I really like all the new Pokemon. I caught my Dr. Zaius this morning. I'm in love with it. It's a great game. Nice. It's the best Pokemon in a long time.
Wow. Okay.
I don't have much else to say about it. The story, usually in Pokemon games, the story is it's on the back burner. It's not really important. Mm-hmm. But
that's so
the first time,
odd
for one of the first times, the game isn't, it doesn't progress based on where the next gym is, which is how the game's supposed to run.
Yeah.
It progresses based on, this is happening. We need to respond to this. This is an actual emergency. Go here and do this.
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm totally out of the Pokemon loop because the only Pokemon game I've ever played is like Pikachu's Pinball on my Game Boy. That was about it. So, yeah. So I'm not exactly sure how but if this is like a more, kind of a more story-based RPG-ish kind of a thing, that's cool.
It really is too. Yeah, like I saw some people complaining that there's too much dialogue.
Mm.
And based on the fact that
water.
What was that?
There's too much water.
Oh jeez, don't even get me started.
There's too many Pokemon.
Yeah. And there's so much No, but based on the fact that it's a Pokemon game and there's so much dialogue, normally, that would be alarming. But it's not just pointless dialogue. It's telling a story. Mm-hmm. Like Final Fantasy doesn't get panned because there's too much dialogue.
Right. Yeah.
And this is the same way.
Okay.
I'm just in love
So do you
with
think maybe it's just a case of fans like looking at it and saying it's a little bit different, so I don't like it, like that kind of thing?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I think that
Okay.
really. I'm going to have a quick flash thoughts review.
Okay.
Snapshot. That's what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna have that up. I'm probably gonna do this when we're finished here.
Oh, cool. Oh, very good.
It's like 15 hours in. I think I can make a snapshot decision.
Cool. Well,
of where I think the game's
we
going.
will look for that then. That sounds good.
Yeah,
it should definitely be live before this podcast. So.
Okay. Excellent.
Yay.
Excellent. Rick, what are you playing? You pick up anything?
No, I didn't pick up anything. I'm looking to get Watch Dogs 2, but yeah, like you said, they'll probably be after Christmas or if it goes on sale. So, nah, I didn't pick anything up.
I am still, believe it or not, still playing Gears of War 4. And I wanted a snapshot of that also, but it's just I've barely been able to play video games for the last 2 weeks, so it's taking me forever. And I picked up Titanfall, so I will be moving on to that afterward. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
Very excited about that one.
You have to let me know. Yeah, that one looks really good. It's even on sale, like half off right now, but I still think I'm gonna wait on it.
Yeah, there's some good Black Friday deals.
Yeah, I feel if I wait till Christmas, it'll be even cheaper because it's been out for a month, and if it's half off, I'll wait another month.
Well, listen, why not? If you're not dying for something to play, wait as long as you can.
Nah, I got plenty of games to play. So, speaking of Black Friday deals,
yes,
Xbox just released their Black Friday digital sale. It started on November 18th. Regular non-gold members, I believe, can start seeing these sometime around November 26th. But if you have a gold membership, you can see them now. There's a regular, I don't know, the games are like 40% off. And then if you have a gold membership, you get it for 50% off. So it's a typical 10% increase. Yeah. So there's a lot of good games on here. So definitely check it out. One that really stuck out to me was it's a 4-pack for only $11. It's freaking Saints Row 4 Reelected, Get Out of Hell, Metro in the Metro Redone series. So Metro Last Light and Metro 2033.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Both by old school THQ.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need, so yeah, I mean, both the games are all 4. So I really enjoyed that. So if anyone's looking for something cheap and a lot of content, I recommend that.
Yeah, that's some good stuff too. Those Saints Row games are fantastic. I love those.
Heck yeah. You gonna pick up anything out of their digital sale, Jason?
Actually, I'm thinking about BioShock because I wanted to play the collection, but I wanted to play it with a gamepad. And I had the old games on the PC, and I know they're upgraded, but the first one I don't think you can play with a gamepad. I'm sure there's a mapper, but I prefer like native. So thinking about it.
They're good games. You can't really go wrong with them.
Yeah, no, they're excellent. Absolutely.
I looked at that one too. It was $42. I think I'll wait till it.
One thing we haven't talked about at all on BG is Batman the Telltale series. And I'm just looking at the list here, and I see episode 1 is free during the game sale. And the complete season is $16.74. Okay.
So I downloaded the first episode because it's free, and I haven't played it yet, but I'm thinking I'll probably get to it tonight. It's weird. It's weirdly on sale. If you first episode, you can get the rest of the series for only $13.
Oh wow!
Or you can buy the full episode packs with the first one included all the way through 5. I think it is for $16. So I don't know. The whole free first episode and the discounted pack might be going away soon. Is my reasoning. Or there's a bunch of retards who wrote these sales codes. I shouldn't say retards. No. I'm sorry, that's not PC.
That's terrible.
There's a bunch of morons.
I'm sure PC either, but yes. I can't keep track anymore. But yeah, that seems like a really bizarre thing. So there's a little pro tip for you. Download episode 1 for free, and then you get the season pass for less.
Yeah.
So, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would pick it up. I picked up the first episode. I love how Tales does this because I picked up the first episode of Walking Dead, and obviously I bought it before it went on sale for free. So I like how they do that.
Rick, do you know if the Ghostbusters that's available, is that the newer game or is that the old game?
Yeah, that's the new game.
It's the new one.
So,
okay, all right.
Yeah. And I was actually looking at that because I was like, oh, this kind of interests me. But then I'm kind of looking at it, and it looks like it's like a Sanctum of Slime, just for Xbox One. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But the game is $50. And I'm just like, what?
Jake reviewed that.
Yeah, and he said it was awful.
Yeah, he didn't. It didn't really. It wasn't.
Sorry. I'll just be brutally honest.
Why not?
Yeah.
No,
it didn't score very well, I should say.
No, it scored poorly. Jake Jake tends to be pretty rough on things, but this one sounded like it kind of deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just kind of like, all right, because I mean, it's 4-player couch co-op. How could they really go wrong with a game like this? So,
yes, exactly.
But I'm still not even going to buy it for
Rick.
Yeah.
It turns out there's a lot of places you could go wrong with it, apparently.
Yeah,
I guess so.
I
might wait on that one too.
Yeah. Very quickly, just from looking at this list, I see Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is only $25.
Oh.
WWE 2K17, which is like is $41.99. So if anybody's interested, XCOM 2 is $38.
Yep.
So some pretty good deals to be had.
Yeah, anyone who hasn't picked up The Witcher 3, you can get the full complete set for, what'd you say, $23, $25?
Yeah, it's $25. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and that game's like 120 hours without content. Easy. So
super
it's
deep.
Amazing.
It's a good thing though.
It is supposed to be.
For The Witcher, they did it well. I think for The Witcher, it works well.
Well, good. I know a big concern is that games that are too long, it's tough to get everything out of it when you're busy.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
No, it's always a concern for me. I passed on lots of games for that reason, but Witcher always. I always look at the Witcher games and I think I really should be playing those.
It took me like probably 8 months to get through the third one. So
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah,
I liked it. I thought it was amazing.
Cool.
Interesting. Cool. Well, do we want to move on to everyone's recent reviews?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
I guess I'll go first. I recently reviewed Destroy All Humans on the PS4. It was the remaster, kind of remaster from the PS2 game. And I mean, it's a good game. It's still a good game. It was a good game back when it released in 2000. It's a good game now. It controls the same. It feels the same.
Roughly the same game.
Yeah, it's basically the same game.
Okay.
It might look a little better. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to realize that unless you're comparing them side by side. If you want to play a game about invading the Earth and taking over and destroying the U.S. government, do that. Play that game.
Sweet.
Fantastic. So one of my favorite games of all time.
It looks really cool. I actually had no idea that it was because I never played these, so I didn't know there was such a comedic element to it. But it sounds really good.
I always wanted to play the series, but it was on PlayStation, and I played on Xbox.
Right.
So, but I always did want to experience it. Like you said, Jason. I knew there was a little bit of a comedic part to it in the 1950s era. So
yeah,
I thought it was really cool.
I love the Cold War stuff. Eric, when you were saying that they try to pass it off as like a sin or something like that.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Like everything doing like you see media, like you see newspaper front pages that'll flash, and they're usually really funny. But it's usually something like, oh, the military takes down communists, whatever it is. It's great.
That's terrific.
I do want to say my only problem with the game, and I even remember it being annoying back when I played it on the PS2, is you have an ability where you can read the mind of people you see. Which is really a neat concept. And you use that ability to refresh your psychic power meter. So if you get fatigued from using, your psychokinesis or telekinesis, you can just read my moral go down. It just gets really repetitive when every single person thinks the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which back in 2005, I mean, it's fine. It's overlookable. It's just a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I get that. I can see how that would be.
Yeah.
Kind of like a bit of Watch Dogs almost. Only they do it with
right, cell phones.
Yeah, like hacker cell phones. That's kind of crazy. Nice. So should people go pick that game up, Eric?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to do what I said, if you want a good, solid 3D mission open world game, it's worth it. I think it's 10, maybe $20.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's 10, it's definitely worth it. Yeah. And if it's 20, it's worth it if you like that game I described. So
excellent.
How about you, Rick? You were
I reviewed Maldita Castilla on the Xbox. It's Spanish for Cursed Castle, and it's a ID at Xbox game. It's a side-scrolling 2D platformer game. It reminded me of Ghost and Goblins, Ghost and Goblins. Yeah.
Okay.
I always want to put
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah, Ghouls and Ghosts. There we go. I always put Goblins.
Well, no, there were two.
The old NES classic. Were there?
Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins.
I want the one
Ghosts.
on Nintendo.
I think that was Ghosts and Goblins.
Is it you thinking of the one where you get the armor and then you get hit and then you're naked?
Yeah, so it is Ghosts and Goblins. Yes. Okay. So it's an old Nintendo classic, and basically you had 3 lives. You had to go make it through this whole game, and every time you got hit, your armor would pop off, and then you'd be in your undies, and then if you get popped again, you'd be dead. So it kind of reminded me in that sense in the game. It's not so much as a pure clone, like you don't lose your armor, but you only have 3 hearts. But the other thing that really drew comparisons was just how insanely hard this game is. I mean, maybe it's just me getting older. Maybe that's why I'm mad about it. But I don't know, man. This game, I don't know. There's people that can beat this game in under an hour, and I've spent maybe 6 hours on the third.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's that classic Nintendo difficulty,
dude. Yeah. So, and maybe I appreciate how hard it is, but at the same time, I don't like losing. So, it's a fun game. It's a really fun game if you're into like really hard difficulty games like that, and it's cool in the sense that there's a lot of cool. This guy, he's a one-man developer, and he did it all by himself. His name is what's his name? I forgot what his name is.
Really cool.
He's Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives in Spain, so he took a whole bunch of Spanish folklore and kind of turned it into the bad guys. For example, one that everyone will know, Don Quixote, but he was called Tin Man Don Quixote. So he was all like, he looked like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, and it was cool. And he would spin around like a windmill and throw out like knives and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
It's pretty cool. And yeah, and then just the boss characters, they were just really unique, the character designs. So it's cool in that sense. But I just wish the developer, he doesn't believe in difficulty levels. So he just made it just hard enough to scare away people, but not so hard it's not unbeatable. So that, I mean, in itself, it's ballsy. It's, it probably makes the game what it is. But at the same time, it's just too damn hard for me.
All right. Well, honesty, brutal honesty.
Yeah.
How much is this, Rick? How many people?
$10. Just $10. Pick it up on Xbox Store right now. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, what are you working on, Jason?
Well, I did a couple of book reviews this week. I did a comic review with Britannia, which I wanted to mention because I think I'm not really sure if Britannia, which is from Valiant Comics, has really. I'm not sure exactly how it's done in terms of retail sales, but it should be doing phenomenally. It's a great book. It takes place in the days of the Roman Empire. So the main character's name is Antonius Axia, and he's a former legionnaire. And he is sent to the edges of the empire in Britain to kind of see what's been going on there, because there's been some horrible murders and stuff like that. And he's sent by the emperor himself, who is Nero in the time of this book. And it's just really, really cool. It's got horror elements. It's got a Lovecraftian feel to it. And it's just really good. The art is great by Juan Jose Rip, and really, really recommend it. It's on the 3rd issue. I just reviewed the 3rd issue, and the 4th is the final issue. It's a miniseries. So if anybody likes any of that stuff, definitely pick this up.
Cool. Sounds really neat, especially with the Lovecraftian elements.
Yep. Yeah. There's like an overtone of madness.
Awesome.
With the legionnaires who are stationed in Britain, not Axia, who's there trying to figure out what's going on, but with the guys who are there, and it comes off great. Okay. The 3rd issue doesn't come off. It's not as phenomenal as the 2nd or 1st one, but it's still good. So it's a good series.
Cool. Very cool.
And then the second thing I reviewed this week was The Mysterious World of Doctor Strange, which is I don't know if anybody's familiar, but DK Publishing does a line of, it's kind of like encyclopedias for individual comic book characters and teams and stuff like that. And that's what this falls into. And it's just as good as the rest of them that they've done. It's terrific, super in depth. Lots of stuff about the character. If you have any questions at all about Doctor Strange, you're going to find out the answers in this book. It's from Billy Rex, who is the author, and came out just at the top of October. So it's still pretty new. Definitely recommend it.
Is he a wizard?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, he's a sorcerer, they call it, but it's the same thing.
Nice.
And Doctor Strange is in the movie, he doesn't become the, spoiler alert, he doesn't become the Sorcerer Supreme, but in the Marvel Comics, he's the Sorcerer Supreme of the Marvel Universe. So he's supposed to be the most powerful wizard, if you want to call him that.
Yeah, this book sounds great.
It is.
The character really cool. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie sounds cool.
Books are cool too. I've had
the movie. Those, so. Yeah. Oh yeah. You have some?
Yeah. My brother has a couple of them. I love them. Yeah, they're awesome.
I have like the Green Lantern one, the Batman one, Avengers. Oh, it's good stuff. Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Did you see the movie, Jason?
I did.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
I liked it a lot. I know there were some people were going crazy over it when it was first released. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 5 Marvel movies, because my list is pretty. My list of top 5 is pretty secure. I don't know if there's too many that are going to knock that apart, but it's good. It was very good. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did actually. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was done. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It might crack my top 5. I really liked it. Wow. It was a character that I didn't know too much about. His comics are kind of a little odd, to say the least. But I thought they did a really good job bringing it to the screen, and just the amount of Easter eggs in this one, is just through the roof. So it's just it's so good. It was just so good.
Yeah, and we won't spoil this specific character, but the main bad guy is really cool, and he looks great.
Is it Howard the Duck?
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Howard the Duck. Yeah, I know that's one of the few things that when I first came out of the theater, Jason, that's what I thought too, because I was like, how are they going to do this character? How are they going to make it look legit? And the way that they were able to was just freaking awesome.
Yeah, he came across, really terrific. So, and it's a good character too. It's not a crappy character.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. Eric, you didn't happen to see it, did you?
Is that a joke? No, I haven't seen it.
It's a movie. Come on now.
You're right. I'm sorry, but you know what? You would really like it. I feel comfortable.
I do think I would like it, and it's on my list.
Okay.
I have a tough time getting to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big is that list?
It's pretty good.
Too big to carry.
Couple hundred, couple thousand movies.
You know, it's weird because I have a hard time getting through my list of movies to watch. But I can go through a 200 episode podcast series in 2 weeks. But I guess that's because I can listen to podcasts while doing other stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It doesn't take your full attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But last movie I was probably Finding Dory, or the new.
Oh, really?
Movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah, you like that, right?
It was good. Little fish guys. Good.
Little fish guys. Everybody likes little fish guys.
Yeah,
it's true.
I'll tell you what. I know you don't see much television outside of Walking Dead, but I definitely would recommend Ash vs. Evil Dead too.
What was that? I didn't.
Ash vs. Evil Dead.
That is also on my list.
Yep, it should be.
I love the Evil Dead and the Army of Darkness.
Then you would love this.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's just a great show. As we're recording this, it wraps up tonight, season 2. So it's well worth your time. It's already been re-upped for season 3, and and it's just a great show. It's got a ton of comedy in it, a ton of horror, gore, and stuff like that, and of course Bruce Campbell. So
yeah, exactly.
You can't go wrong.
I thought the first season they did a great job of recapturing that Evil Dead feel. Mm-hmm. It's cool because they did a really good job, I thought, of carrying it through every episode.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited. I haven't had a chance to watch season 2, but I'm going to. So.
Yeah, definitely catch up, man, because you'll really like it. It's good stuff.
Do you guys want to hear about a super obscure movie?
Of course.
And it goes along with the Bruce Campbell theme.
Okay.
So there was this movie on Netflix back in like 2010, and I forget what it was called, but it was about a small town having a problem with a monster. So they went and captured Bruce Campbell, who was doing
I think it's My Name is Bruce.
I think it is.
Yeah.
No, great movie.
Okay.
And
I've never seen it.
He doesn't know what he's doing, but the town's like, oh, no, you fight these monsters. It's great.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah.
Nice.
Bruce Campbell brings a lot to a lot of roles. He's a good actor. He's very funny. And generally it's going to be an enjoyable, movie or TV show if you watch it and he's in it.
I feel that same way about Nathan Fillion.
Oh yeah,
both of them. Okay. They both got that what's the word I'm looking for? Charismatic kind of thing going. So they're both enjoyable to watch.
Also, just a quick note on this second season of Ash vs. Evil Dead. There's a lot of I guess you'd call them Easter eggs because I don't think they're officially allowed to recognize it because of studio stuff. But there's a lot of Easter eggs for Army of Darkness. Where in the first season. Yeah, in the first season there really wasn't, and you kind of, I mean, the Bruce and like the guys who created the show kind of said it is supposed to have taken place, but we can't talk about it because it's wrapped up at Universal or something like that. But in the second season, they make like offhand comments, and there's lines from the movie and stuff like that. So it's good. It's good. It's very good. Yes. Cool. Yes. It's very
nice.
Really quick, guys. I thought of something I need to mention.
Yes.
Has anybody seen the King Kong trailer? Or Kong Skull?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Is it good? I haven't.
It looks really good.
It's on the site right now, actually, Rick. Check it out.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of looking at it. I saw the teaser trailer one, but I wasn't that impressed with it, so I wasn't.
Are you familiar with
see the rest of them? But
are you familiar with the what's his name? John C. Reilly's Steve Brule character?
I'm not familiar with the character, but I'm of course I saw the trailer. It looks.
Yeah, it's just there's a reference to the Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule, which is the Adult Swim show he does.
Okay.
In the trailer, and I just love John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
And I love King Kong, and I love John Goodman, and I love Idris Elba's in it. I think, or no,
no.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, yep. You know who I'm thinking of? Tom Hiddleston.
Right. I don't like Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, no?
No.
Nah.
I think he's okay.
He's fine, but he's not my favorite. I don't love him like I love John Goodman and Samuel L. Jackson and John C. Reilly and all the other guys.
Honestly, everybody looks great in it, though. I mean, the action and everything looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does. It looks so good. And
I'm not a King Kong fan, but I think it looks great.
Yeah, actually looks like King Kong, not Peter Jackson, because I loved Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
This is King Kong.
Yeah, it really is.
Excited.
This is when you think of King Kong and you think of like a giant monster. This is that.
Right. And even if he is
All the
scaled
time.
up, like I think the original King Kong was only supposed to be like 50 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
He's a lot bigger than that.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
He's absolutely massive. And I like that they included other stuff too. So it's not just Kong, but on the island there's like there's other giant animals and there's like some kind of monsters that live underground that are like lizard type of things. And it look really cool.
Because wasn't that in the original like King Kong? That's how they like fought him, or they found him. He was fighting all those lizard creatures, right?
Was it? I don't remember that.
You guys seen the original?
Haven't seen the original in a long time.
Same. It's been years and years.
Or maybe wasn't there like there was a King Kong versus dinosaur movie though too, wasn't there?
I think
King Kong versus Godzilla. There was a couple of them.
Yeah, I know there, but I think there was another one where there was King Kong versus dinosaurs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here it is. King Kong versus dinosaurs, 1933.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, go. You're fine.
Interesting fact about King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
The greatest movie of all time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I didn't know that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one either.
Hey, listen. When you've only seen 4 movies, it's easy to have.
Yeah, I guess that's true, right?
All right, good point.
Yeah, you win there.
That's yes.
Oh, man.
You take it.
Well, is anybody watching or playing or doing anything else?
You know what? There was one other thing I wanted to mention, and I totally forgot about it. I just remembered, and that was that the new Zelda might miss the Switch's launch.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What are our thoughts on that one?
Honestly, my first thought was, big surprise. Launch title, not ready for a game. Shocker.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I'll get it. I have a feeling I'm going to be bogged down when the Switch comes out anyway.
Okay.
So
yeah.
But when I do get Zelda, it will be for the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't go for the Wii U version. You would wait.
Here's the deal. I might still get the Wii U version.
Okay.
But it's not because it's out earlier.
Okay.
It's because that's the console that they designed the game in mind with.
I got you. Okay.
So.
Okay.
I'm probably going to buy that game twice. It's whatever.
It happens.
It does.
I mean, I'll wait because I think I said the last time we recorded, it's almost a certainty that I'm going to get the Switch because I like Nintendo's games, so I don't have much of a choice. So I'll probably just, yeah, I mean, really. So I'll probably just wait. Yeah, I'll probably just wait for Zelda on that though. And also, I heard, and we actually don't have this on the website, but I heard a rumor the other day that the Elder Scrolls that will appear on the Switch is based on the re-released remastered Elder Scrolls. It's not exactly the same, but it's based on that.
What would that mean though?
Like if it's going to have like new updated graphics. It may not be, I guess, to the level of what's in the remaster, but it's going to be updated. And also the DLC, or not the DLC, but the mods. You will have access to mods with the exception of stuff that is not in the game. So if a mod uses something that's not in the game, you won't be able to play it.
That's kind of cool.
That's if the
not
Switch
enough for me to buy it, but it's cool.
If the Switch can't handle a remaster of a 2011 game, that's
gonna. but listen, in fairness, the new one is pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Nintendo should just double down on their mobile and just let everything else fade away.
Legend of Zelda Mobile Adventures.
Yeah.
Listen here.
Remastering of the remasters.
Stop.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, I think we're about it.
I think we are.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Well, actually, let me mention two things. I just got done playing Mad Max, which has one of the crappiest endings of any video game I've ever played, which was really sorely disappointing because that game's actually a lot of fun. So I was pretty disappointed with that game. But in turn, though, when you think about Mad Max and the universe it is, like the game kind of goes hand in hand with it. Do you guys want me to spoil it for you? Are you going to play it anytime soon?
You can. That's fine.
You can spoil it. I played like maybe the first quarter of it, and then I moved on to other things, but I've still got it, and I'm going to go back to it anyway. It doesn't matter. So go ahead and spoil it.
Basically what happens, Jason, is you go and you fight Scrotus, and you go through all this thing. It's a great boss battle, and then he runs away, and you're like, what? And then I found out there's like two more acts in the whole game, and I was like blown away. I was like, what in the world? Because I was like, the whole point of the game is to get a V8 engine.
Right.
And you get it. Now there's like another 10 to 15 hours of game.
Oh,
so my God. Peed off. Yeah, I was a little peed off of that. So I'm going through, doing everything. You go through there's this woman that you wind up helping, and you wind up saving her child. And then Scrotus comes and he just kills everybody. You kill Chum Bucket. Everybody dies. The dog dies.
Chum Bucket?
And then yes, dude.
Oh, man.
Actually, Mad Max kills Chum Bucket because so you're fighting. Yeah, you're fighting Scrotus. All this stuff's going on, and then you finally get him down, and you're like in the car. It's the last part of the game, and like he's like Chum Bucket's like, "Don't kill the car. I love this car. I need this car." And then Max is like, "I'm sorry, Chum Bucket. I gotta ram him." So he like starts grinding. He like takes the car down, hits the car. Chum Bucket and him both crash. And then Scrotus jumps out. So it was like for nothing. It was literally for nothing.
Oh my God.
So yeah. So you kill Scrotus, and then you just hop in this like crummy car, and then I think it leads to like the first Mad Max movie, like way back in the day. So I don't know. It plays out like a typical Mad Max movie, or the whole everything dies part. I mean, except for the newest one, but I mean, I don't know. It was kind of disappointing in that sense.
That's a bummer.
But I also just beat the DLC for the Shadow of Mordor, where you're Celebrimbor.
Oh, cool.
You fight, Saruman, and I do have to say that DLC is a lot of fun. So, and the Game of the Year edition is on sale as well for the Xbox. So if you're looking at something to pick up and you haven't picked up Shadow of Mordor, it's pretty fun.
I noticed that.
What I thought about it was it would have been really cool if they would have released that DLC as like a prequel to the game, because it would have gotten you. I mean, you do everything in the DLC that you do in the game. So I thought it was just really set up well. It probably took me about 10 hours to beat too, which is kind of cool. And I didn't do any side stuff. Yeah, I didn't do any side stuff. And then just to the last battle with Saruman it's pretty epic.
That's a great game. I feel like a lot of people that I know kind of like ditched it after the first few hours because they felt like it was dragging. But you gotta stick with it, because after the first
once you can start turning orcs to your side, and unfortunately it happens like 2/3 of the game through, which kind of sucks. But once you get past that part, it's like a whole different game. And it's
if you're a Lord of the Rings fan at all, or a fantasy fan, you'll freaking love it.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how they're going to tie the second one into the movie. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah.
So, awesome.
Those are the two things. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, they were good things, so that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'll you know what? I'll get in one quick plug. If you're looking forward to Black Friday stuff, one of our good friends on Brutal Gamer, Entertainment Earth, is going to have tons and tons and tons of sales. There's actually stuff on sale right now. So if you are into collectibles, toys, statues, anything like that, go hit up Entertainment Earth and check out what they've got. They're going to have tons of stuff.
Cool stuff. All right, I think for real this time.
Yes.
Yes. We did.
Buddy.
Psych.
Wait, I have 7 more things to talk about.
Oh man.
Just joking.
Oh boy. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. This was Eric and Rick.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone, and have a great week.
Nice. And Jason.
Thank you for listening. If you are in the U.S., have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble gobble.
There we go.
Bye.